Okay, so basically, the number of prepositions is the number of prepositional phrases we will have. So preposition noun, if we eliminate the prepositional phrases, we will still have subject, verb, and complement, right? So this is the second thing you have to say. So we need to have a complete sentence. So if we eliminate subject, verb, and complement, we will still have, sorry, if we eliminate the prepositional phrases, we will still have subject, verb, and complement, okay? So, okay, for example, this one, yes? Jessica, with his friend, can you read it?
With his friend, blank, found a movie theater.
What do you need?
Subject.
A subject. Okay, what is the subject? He. Okay, very good. With his friend, he. Now, we can also say with his friend, it's a complement, so then we need a comma here. But remember, in TOEFL, you cannot say that a sentence is wrong because it lacks a comma. So, okay. So here we have these sentences, yes? The interviews by radio broadcasters were carried live by television. So if we eliminate by radio broadcasters by the station, we have the interviews were carried live. We have subject or complement. In the last possible moment, before takeoff, in the plane, yes, so we have took his seat. Who took his seat? So we have to say the captain took his seat. Okay. And we have a complete sentence. Okay. Melina, number 3.
At the neighborhood flower shop, flowers in quantities of dozen or half dozen can be delivered for free. It's correct.
Yes, okay. The prepositional phrases are at the neighborhood flower shop, in quantities of a dozen or half a dozen. Remember that when you have and or, yes, it tells you that it's the same thing, yes, for free. And then you have flowers can be delivered. That's correct. We have subject and verb minimum. Okay, Evelyn, number 4.
The progressive reading methods at this school are given credit for the improved test scores. The progressive reading methods at this school are given.
We have at this school for the improved test scores. If you eliminate this, you need to have subject, verb, complement. Do you have subject and verb and complement? The progressive reading methods are given credit.
Yes, the progressive methods.
And the
subject are given the verb.
And is there subject verb agreement that the subject and the verb match? Methods plural are given.
Yes, they match.
So it's correct. Maybe the problem for the students is that the sentence does not make sense, or they get the feeling that they need more information. For example, if I say I am, is that a sentence? It's a question for everybody. I am. Is that a sentence?
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, what is the shortest sentence in English? The shortest sentence in English is go, without emphasis. Go, like northern, no? Because remember that the subject is always implicit in imperatives. It's you go, you go. So if I say go, there is a subject that is implicit, you, and there is a verb. That's the shortest sentence in English. Yes, be. It's another. Hey, be. Yes. So like if you are a philosopher and you say, I don't know, I don't find my place in life. Be. Okay. I have to be. Okay. The next one, it's cell number 5.
Okay, for the last 3 years at various hospitals in the county has been practicing medicine.
Mhm.
That's correct.
Yeah. How do you pronounce this word?
County.
County. Very good. Yes. Okay, I was not sure of the pronunciations. Yes, it's county. Yep. Okay. So remember that one of the tricks in TOEFL is to give you ideas that are difficult to understand or using vocabulary that is not commonly used. So, but we just have to focus on the structure. Is this correct or not? For the last, sorry. Prepositional phrases for the last 3 years at various hospitals. Remember that I find a preposition and what it connects for the last 3 years at various hospitals in the county. Do you have a complete sentence?
No.
No.
What do you
No.
need?
Correct. Incorrect.
Subject.
The subject. It's
Subject.
incorrect. We need the subject. Who has been practicing medicine? Yes. We say somebody has been practicing medicine. Yes. Okay, Felipe, the next one.
Yes, in the past, a career in politics was not considered acceptable in some circles. The proportional phrases in the past, in politics, in some circles,
In politics.
in politics. Okay, so the subject is a career, was not considered is the verb, and acceptable the complement.
And why a comma?
And we have a comma because we start with the preposition phrase.
Yes, to indicate where the subject begins, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And this sentence is
Correct.
correct because a career was not considered acceptable. Yes, very good. So, Jessica, number 7.
Shopping in the downtown area of the city, it has provided a lot in recent years.
What is this word?
Improved.
Okay, very good. So, is this correct?
No, incorrect.
I might disagree with you. I might disagree with you, but tell me. Continue. Yes, you're right, but not tell me.
Well, because it has shopping in the downtown is a prepositional phrase.
In the downtown area.
In the downtown area of the city in recent years.
Okay. So, can you say that shopping, it has improved a lot? Pay attention how I am saying it. Shopping, yes. It has improved a lot. Is it correct?
No.
If I say it like that, shopping, it has improved a lot? No. But what if I say shopping, it has improved a lot?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, so this is one of the things. I was invited one time at what is Santillana Publishing Company to review a book, and they wanted us to find these kind of things. Like, for example, are these sentences correct? And we had to get to things like this. Like, hey, to me, this sentence correct? No, why? Because shopping, it has improved a lot. If you say it like that, no. But what if I say shopping, it has improved a lot? Oh, yeah, shopping it. So, and then we send these notes to the authors. Well, not we, so the publishing company send these notes to the teacher says that if you pronounce this sentence like this, it might be correct. And so then they had to make changes to the sentences, right? Okay. Or for example, this, there should be a comma here. No? Okay. So then this is, okay, but let's go to the most general thing. If we say it, shopping in the area of the city, it has improved a lot, it's incorrect. So let's go to the general thing. Of course, the exceptions are not because if a student gets a sentence like this, he has to take he or she has to take the most general thing. Yes. So it's incorrect. Then we have Evelyn, yes, at the building site.
At the building site, the carpenters with the most experience were given the most intricate work. The prepositional phrase at the building site and with the most experience. So the subject is the carpenters. Were given is the verb, and the complement the most intricate work.
Very good.
I think it's correct.
Okay, but there is something else that should be added.
The comma?
The comma, where?
Before, between side and the.
Perfect. Yes. Okay. So as you see, it's many times it's not when we are teaching a course like this, there are in this section there's not much chance to talk with the student, but this is the way I have them talk, like read it, is it correct, why is it correct, what else would you add, why, etc., so they don't lose this speaking practice. Okay, so Melina, number 9.
For the fever and headache, took to aspirin tablets. Correct?
No. Let's go back.
Well, no, incorrect because you need the subject, yes.
Yes, for the fever and headache. So someone took an aspirin. Yes, okay. And we also need a beautiful comma. Yes, after headache. Okay. So the next one it's
The report with complete documentation was delivered at the conference. So with complete documentation. And it is correct.
and at the conference.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And that's correct, right?
Correct, because the report was delivered. Yes. Okay. So one of the things that I like about how grammar is presented in this book is that they go connecting things, subject, verb, complement. But there are extra things that you can eliminate. No? Object of prepositions. Appositives are also extra information that we can eliminate. So be careful of appositives. So the question is, what is an appositive? An appositive is, be careful of appositives. Appositives is extra information about the noun, about the subject, that we can eliminate. For example, if I say, right. Okay, appositives are extra information about the subject. So I'm going to write it here. Okay. So for appositives are extra information. About the subject. This extra information always comes between commas. And something that you have to remember is that all the information between commas can be eliminated. Can be eliminated without affecting the sentence. Affecting the sentence structure. Okay, for example, if I say Julio Cesar, who am I talking about? was a great man. Julio Cesar was a great man. Who is Julio Cesar? I don't know. Maybe the emperor, maybe my neighbor, maybe my teacher. Okay. One of the greatest Roman emperors. One of the greatest Roman emperors, yes? So then here, the appositive is one of the greatest Roman emperors. And it comes between commas. We can eliminate it and we can say Julius Caesar was a great man. Yes? How do you know that you have to use an appositive when I say Julius Caesar was a great man? And somebody tells you, oh, Julius Caesar, one of the greatest Roman emperors. Was a great man. Yes, okay. So now, but the order can be, the object can be subject plus comma appositive. Yes, I always use a comma to appositive. Yes, so that the student understands that all appositives come between commas. Yes, plus verb plus complement. However, there is a period in the end, yes. However, there might be a problem that the positive comes at the beginning. One of the great, and this is normally used. Remember that in anything that we invert, that we fronting is passing something at the beginning. So we front for emphasis. Yes, so it's not the same to say, Julius Caesar, one of the greatest Roman emperors, was a great man. Then one of the greatest Roman emperors, Julius Caesar, was a great man. Yes, so it's not the same. Roman emperors, and of course, comma. Yes, Julius was a great man. Okay, then here we have the appositive, then we have a comma, then we have the subject, then we have the verb, and then we have the complement, okay? Okay. So for example, here we say Sally, the best student in the class, got an A in the exam. Grammar knowledge is cumulative, additive. So this means that it sums up, it builds up. So this means that not because we are practicing a rule right now means that we have to forget the previous rules. They are cumulative. Yeah, so they build up. So then we have to remember subject verb complement. We have to remember objects of prepositions. We have to remember appositives. So we have this, Sally, the best student in the class, got an A. So appositive, the best student in the class. But also here inside, we have a prepositional phrase in the class on the exam. So we have Sally got an A. Subject verb complement. Okay. So Jessica, yes. No, Felipe, your turn.
Yes. Blank George is attending the lecture. Can say because of the time George is attending the lecture.
No. Who is
No.
George?
George is the subject.
No,
no,
because you have
no,
comma.
no.
This is a positive.
Yes, this is a positive. My friend is attending the lecture.
Yeah, so you need
Is
a
letter
subject.
D. Yes.
Okay, so okay, so what I always tell students, and what happens if I eliminate this comma? What would happen if I eliminated this comma? My friend George is attending the lecture. Does the structure change?
There is no positive.
Yes, of course.
It's only the subject.
No, my friend, comma, George is attending the lecture. So I didn't eliminate this comma. I just eliminated
Okay,
the
okay,
second.
yes.
So if I say my friend, comma, George, comma, is attending the lecture, George is a positive. But if I eliminate this comma,
My friend becomes the positive.
perfect. My friend becomes a positive. Yes. Mhm. Okay. So, and you have to read in different ways. The first one with the two commas, my friend George is attending the lecture. And the second time you say, my friend George is attending the lecture. Yes. Okay. The
Okay.
next one. Okay. So let's continue with Evelyn.
Blank, Sarah rarely misses her basketball shots.
Mhm.
So we will start with the positive. So
Mhm.
an excellent basketball player, Sarah rarely misses her basketball shots.
Yes. Okay, now you said that we need an appositive here, right? Because we are studying appositives and you only have one comma. Educated guess. Good one. However, if we were not studying appositives and you have a comma here, this means that we are inverting the order. So this means that here we need a complement. And appositive is extra information. It could be complement. So we need a complement, or we need an appositive, or we need a prepositional phrase, or we need a subordinate clause. Yes. Okay. But yes, so this comma tells me something comes before. This is my subject, this is my verb, this is my complement, right? Okay, let's continue with the next one. Okay. I tell you all of this extra information because we as teachers, the same as a student, your certification is here. I have to teach you. You have to be prepared like this so that you have this as where to move, no? Where move, apply, it's an area where to move. But as teachers, always, we don't have to teach only what comes in the book. We have to teach extra. Why? Because if we only teach what is found in a book, then students will say, I'm not going to go to my class because everything the teacher tells me, I can find it in the book. Why taking classes? So we always have to give an extra, yes? So like, for example, and what happens if I eliminate this comma? Yes, then Tom becomes a positive, yes? So, and yes, and what if I do this and that? What would happen? Yes, and remember, so that the students are like, oh, I don't have to miss my class because I always learn something extra. Yes, okay. And this is what I try to do here with you. Yes. So if I know that if I just teach you what comes in the book, maybe the next class you will say, I will read the materials, and that's it. But if I teach you something extra, something you cannot find in the book, maybe you will say, I will take my next class because there are always good tips to learn. Yes. Okay. So here, Jessica, the son of the no, sorry. This is already done. The son of the previous owner, the new owner is undertaking some fairly broad changes in management policy. Everything together, the son of the previous owner is the appositive, yes. Okay. The son of the previous owner. But at the same time here, of the previous owner is a prepositional phrase. Yes. Somebody in management policy is another prepositional phrase. So we eliminate this. We have the new owner is undertaking some fairly broad change. My verb is undertaking. The subject is the new owner. There is subject verb agreement. My complement is some fairly broad changes. It's correct. Last semester, a friend graduated cum laude from the university. And here I'm going to ask you, Jessica, how can you correct this sentence? It's incorrect. How would you correct it?
Last semester, a friend graduated cum laude.
Cum
from the
laude.
University, cum laude.
Well, if you are an American or English speaker and you don't know that cum laude is Latin, you would say cum laude, cum laude.
Okay.
Yes, but it's cum laude, yes, because it's Latin, and that's why it's in italics. Well, how do you pronounce this word?
Graduated.
Sometimes the letter D sounds like G, like soldier, education,
Graduated.
graduated, yes.
Graduated. Yes.
So, do we have subject, verb, complement? What do we need? From the university is a prepositional.
It's a prepositional phrase.
This is
A
the verb.
friend is the subject.
Not
Graduated is the verb.
graduated is the verb. Not exactly. A friend is the subject because you have two commas.
Yes, a friend is the appositive.
So how would you correct the sentence? There are two choices. There are two options.
Well, we can eliminate last semester.
No. Because anyway, if you have last semester, you have two commas. And this is an appositive. You have a verb and you have a complement. We need a subject. A friend here is not a subject because it's between commas. It's an appositive. So we need a subject. Yes? So there are two options. Or we include an extra subject, the subject, extra words to make the subject, or we eliminate a comma. Yes? So,
Okay, yes. So we can eliminate last semester a friend, but before a friend, we can eliminate the comma.
no, after a friend.
After a friend?
Yes, because this last semester is the complement. A friend graduated. Who graduated last semester or a friend?
A friend.
So a friend graduated. So this is the subject. A friend graduated cum laude from university. This is one option. The second option is to include a subject and to say last semester, comma, a friend, comma, Johnny graduated from the university. These are the two options. Yes. Okay. So Melina, yes, no, number 3.
Before we go to number 3, could we also place last semester at the end of the sentence and eliminate a friend? Like comma, the comma after friend. A
Yes.
friend graduated from cum laude from the university last semester.
Yeah, but if you do that and you put last, if we eliminate last semester from here, we will still have this comma.
Okay, we eliminate two.
So we have to eliminate it. So we can say a friend and eliminating this comma again. Yes, so a friend graduated cum laude from the university last semester.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Remember that there is a tendency in Spanish to begin sentences with complements. No, last semester, and it is when they get lost. This is what I am going to tell you about in the second part of the class, when I teach you tips on how to deal with people who translate. Yes, this is the second part. So how to deal with people who translate literally and cannot make cannot speak in English because they are always translating. Yes. Okay. So of course, last semester, at the big when you have students who are in basic level and cannot speak, like Monica, like Cassandra, like Juan Carlos. Yes. Don't accept when they begin. Yesterday, my friend. What is the subject? My friend. Okay, my friend. My friend visited me yesterday. Yesterday, my friend visited me. Yes. Yeah, but psychologically speaking, accepting these kind of sentences like yesterday, my friend visited me is not a good psychological impact for them, because you are telling them, yes, use complements to begin sentences. And then sometimes they will forget the use of the subject. So if Juan Carlos, Cassandra, Monica tell you like, yesterday, I had a good day. Okay, very good. But Is yesterday the subject? Ah, no. What is the subject? Okay, so tell me your idea again. I had a good day yesterday. Ah, okay, so that the psychological impact is subject first, subject first, subject first. Okay, very good.
Valentine's, okay. Valentine's Day, February 14 is a special holiday for sweethearts. It's correct
Why?
because if we eliminate February 14, which is the positive, we have subject Valentine's Day, and it's a special holiday for sweethearts.
Do you have prepositional phrases?
Yes, for sweethearts.
Excellent. Okay, so Valentine's Day is a special holiday. It's a complete sentence. Perfect. It's a.
There you go. At long last, the chief executive officer has decided to step down. It's incorrect
Why?
because it's missing maybe it could be like the chief executive officer Charlie has decided to step down.
Could it
Oh.
be or you're sure of that?
No, that's okay.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Charlie, yes. Or you can also say the chief executive officer and eliminate this comma. No? Yes, and these are extra tips that nobody will tell you in a preparation course. We need a subject because they focus on the structure. But what if I eliminate this comma, teacher? Yes, and that's one question I asked the teacher. What if I eliminate this comma? It's always you. Let's check it. And the teacher told me, no, when I teach your classes, I have to start imagining all the questions you're going to ask. Okay, very good. So this is incorrect. This is correct. Felipe, continue with the next one.
Yes, tonight's supper leftovers from last night did not taste any better tonight than last night. We have the positive is leftover from last night. So we can say that if we eliminate that, we can say tonight's supper did not taste any better tonight than last night. So it is correct.
It is correct. Yes,
yes.
tell me. No, continue.
I was going to mention if there is any prepositional phrase, but I don't see.
Yes.
Maybe I'm wrong. No, there are not.
Yes. From last night.
Last night? Last night, okay.
From last night is a prepositional phrase.
Oh yes, from last night. It's into the positive.
And then last night.
And the last one, yes.
And last night. Why?
It is correct.
That is normally considered. That is normally considered a conjunction. Yeah. So this is a discussion I had with somebody who was a teacher expert, and this woman who is a teacher from South Africa. I love her a lot because she's one of the few ones that, being a native speaker, decided to learn grammar and take certifications, because she said, I want to get the feeling of the things that you do, because here I see that you're a native speaker, and they don't ask you to have certifications to know grammar and anything like that. And I say, I want to go over this way, and she learned a lot of grammar. And then I told her, Dan is a preposition here, and she said, no, it's a conjunction. And I said, what is a complete sentence? Yes, because conjunctions connect parallel structure. Nouns with nouns, verbs with verbs, adjectives with adjectives. And she said, no, it's a conjunction. I said, okay, why not a preposition? Because it is connecting only a noun. Okay, we went to the this is something that you have to remember. Never stay with what people say. Always analyze, and try to go a step further. Yes. So Cambridge Dictionary, the functions of then. Can you see my dictionary?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a preposition or conjunction. When a preposition, when after that, we only have a noun. When a conjunction, when after than we have a complete sentence, yes? Okay, my son is older than my daughter, preposition. Then I do, conjunction. Okay. And then let me tell you what I told this teacher. Yes, I said it's a preposition because it is connecting a noun. And she said, oh, yes, you're right. Yes. And I said, but I'm also wrong. I might be also wrong. So first you thought that you were right. And now that I tell you you're right, you're saying that you're wrong. Why? It's a reduction. It's a conjunction working in a reduction. Yes. So it's remember that in reductions, we eliminate what is repeated. And what is repeated here, tonight's supper, leftovers from last night did not taste any better than they did last night. So then it's a conjunction if you say that this is a reduction. Yes, if you say that this is a reduction, there is information that has been omitted. Then this is a conjunction. But if you say, no, but it is only connecting a noun, yes, so it's a preposition. Or you can say it's a conjunction, general term, it's a conjunction working as a preposition. It's like if I say a phrasal verb, look after, what is after? Yes, when a student tells me, teacher, what is after? I always ask, are you talking about nomenclature or function? What do you mean? Yes, if you tell me after, in general, it's a preposition. But the function in this sentence, it's an adverb. Why an adverb? Because it is working in a verb, changing its meaning. Okay, so what is the definition of a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a verb that contains a verb and a preposition which works as an adverb. Okay, well, so anyway, yes, so let's continue with the next one.
Excuse me, just
Yeah.
I want to clear up this. So then is a preposition when we have after that a noun or a pronoun, right?
Yes,
And it is a conjunction when we have a sentence
a complete sentence.
after it. Okay, thank you.
Yes, the only thing that I said, this is a conjunction. Why? Because I think that this is a reduction than they did
Yes.
last night.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
very
you.
good.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
okay, Evelyn, yes. Can you explain to me the meaning of leftovers? Because the student tell, teacher, what is leftovers?
Leftovers is when you have a meal and you have something left and you don't finish the meal, you have leftovers.
Okay, okay. Is okay, typically, no, that the student say, teacher, is it like sobras? Yes, you can say, yes, it is like that. Don't fight just like that. But you can also say, I always try to say that and also give a kind of, when I give examples, I always try to be without using abusive language, yes. But I always try to give an example that they will remember forever. That has a psychological impact. Yes, so leftovers is the food that you don't eat and you can use it later. For example, in Mexico, we say psychological impact that has to do with your context, with your culture, with personal things, no? So many people don't like to eat the meals when they are recently cooked. They prefer to eat them the next day as the leftovers, because they say that when they are reheated, they taste better. So you put a little bit of context. But also, guess what? Yes, I had a girlfriend, and now she's going out with my best friend, but she's not my girlfriend anymore. And then they told me, hey, yes, Juanito is going out with your girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. Oh, she's not your girlfriend anymore. No, he likes to pick up my leftovers. Yes. Okay. So, and that way probably they will say, and then you start using it because because it has a psychological impact on what they like to, the way they like to speak. Okay, the next one, Jesse, number 6.
Okay, the only entrance to the closet, the door was kept locked at all times.
Mhm.
It is correct.
Why?
Because the only entrance to the closet is a positive.
Mhm.
The door is the subject and was kept.
Was kept
is-
locked is the verb.
Was
we
kept
can say.
locked is the verb.
Yes, was kept locked is the verb. In this case, was kept is the verb. Yes, and locked is an adjective. Yes, verbal adjective. Yes, but we're not going to get in that depth. No, just
And also we have
what is convenient for us. We have a preposition.
two prepositional phrases, right?
Which ones?
To the closet and at all times.
Yes, very good. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, this. Okay, at all times, yes. Okay, the next one, Melina, in the cold winter. In the cold of winter, sorry.
In the cold of winter, a wall heating unit would not turn on.
How do you pronounce this word?
Cold.
Cold, yes. Mhm.
It is incorrect
Why?
because the positive is should be the subject, a wall heating unit.
So
We
how do we
eliminated-
correct it?
We eliminate the comma after unit.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay. So when you correct pronunciation, yeah, for example, in this case, the first thing that we expect is self-correction. No? When Melina said in the cold of winter, I heard the cold. Maybe she was saying the cold. Yes, but I heard the cold, and I said, sorry, how do you say this word? How do you pronounce it? Cold. Okay, it's okay. But if she had insisted saying cold, then I tell the correction that anytime that we have this, the pronunciation is old, right? So try to correct your students in when they have repetitive mistakes of pronunciation, yes? So you say, okay, anytime that we have a word that finishes with OLD, the pronunciation is old. Like, for example, old, cold, sold, mold, fold, yes? That way, so don't just correct. How do you pronounce it? Cold. So repeat after me, cold. Cold. But the next time they say cold. But if you give them this kind of tip, they will say that anytime they have OLD, they will say old. Yes, of course, there are exceptions, but we go to the general thing. So they will remember this, and the intention is always to correct with the focus that in the future the student can self-correct. Okay. Okay, very good. So then let's continue. Number 8 itself.
The new tile pattern, yellow flowers and a white background. Wait for me. Okay. The new tile pattern, yellow flowers and a white background really brightens up the room.
How do you pronounce this?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay. And this?
Flowers.
Flowers. Okay. Good.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. What is this?
Yellow flowers and a white.
Is this the subject? Look at the commas. What is it?
Wait. The new tile pattern really brightens up the room. Okay, yes, I have it. That's correct.
Why?
Right, because, okay, so then we have the new, okay, so you have it there. The positive is this one, right? Yellow flowers, right?
Yes.
On a
Yellow
white
flowers on a white background. Anything that is between commas is a positive. Yellow flowers on a white background. Of course, this is an appositive that includes a noun phrase, yellow flowers, and a prepositional phrase. But the positive is yellow flowers on a white background. Yes.
Okay, yes, and there you have the subject, verb, and complement, right?
Is up the room a prepositional phrase?
Again,
Is up the room a prepositional phrase?
no,
No, why not? This is
because
a
it's a
preposition and
brightens
this is
up
brightens up is a phrasal verb. Okay.
phrase.
I don't recommend to ask this kind of question like to the students. If they tell you the correct answer, okay, that's it. Yes, but I'm telling you this because you are teachers and you must go beyond. Okay, and always identify when a student might possibly be like they need their time to think. They are analytical students. Like for example, when I insisted, what is this? And it was like, wait. It's like, I draw my line, give me my time, don't bother me. Yes, it's so, and you have to understand that message and to say, okay, let your students think. Yes, because if you insist, like we did in quick learning, yes, again and again and again and again, so they getting stressed. No? Okay, the next one, Felipe.
Yes, the high-powered computer, the most powerful machine of its type, was finally ready for use. Well, this is incorrect
Why?
because it says the high-powered computer there should be a comma here.
Okay.
The most powerful machine of its type is the positive,
Mhm.
and was finally ready for use. Was ready is the verb,
Was.
and well, the complement finally use.
Uh-huh.
Was finally used, ready for use. This is the verb and complement.
Yes. If a student tells you was finally ready, is a verb. Okay. No problem. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have a problem.
So it's
Finally,
correct.
correct. Yes. Okay. So prepositional phrases we have
For use.
of its type and for use. Of its type and for use. Remember, let's go to the basis. What is a prepositional phrase? Preposition plus noun. And if you eliminate it, nothing happens. So the high power computer, the most powerful machine, was ready. So we eliminate of its type and for use. This is still an appositive. This is still a subject. This is still a complement. A verb, sorry, was finally ready. Okay. I was going to say predicate. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is correct. Incorrect. Sorry. We needed to include a comma. Okay. So the next one, Jessica.
A long-time friend and confident, the psychologist was often invited over for Sunday dinner. It is correct.
What is the subject? What is the verb? What is the complement?
Okay.
What is it?
A long-time friend and confident is the appositive.
Okay.
The subject is a psychologist and the verb is was.
Was often invited or was invited?
Was often invited. And the prepositional phrase is for Sunday dinner.
Yes, if somebody tells me that was often invited is a verb, I say yes. I don't say no. Why? Because if I say no, the verb is was invited, and then they will ask you, and what is often? And you have to explain, in this case, adverse of frequency, or positions of adverbs, etc. So was often invited is a verb. Good. Yes, because it does not affect what I want to teach.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And for Sunday dinner is positive, right? Perfect. So, okay. Let's see what is next. Okay. The next would be careful with present participles, but we are going to see it next class. So let's continue because I don't want to take too much time. So we are going to finish at 6. Okay. So I'm going to I'm going to stop recording, yes, and you please enter to the session once again, yes.